So why is the new Battlefield called Battlefield 1? I don't get it. Surely it should be Battlefield 5? Why is it Battlefield 1? Because Call of Duty lost. Damn! Do you believe? Hey, what is up, you sexy beasts? My name is Shadowfax and/or Louise, whichever you want to call me, and you've guessed it, because it's in the fucking title. Today we're going to be talking about the hashtag RIPCOD, the 1 million dislikes on the Infinite Warfare trailer. And everyone is losing their shit about this. Everyone is... There's so many people that are so happy that there is this 1 million dislikes. Personally, I don't find it surprising, but some people are rejoicing in this fact, some people are getting mad, most people are rejoicing, and the new Battlefield 1 trailer came out, and everyone is fucking hyped, because we are going back to World War 1, bitches! World War 1. And do you know what, it was only like a couple of weeks ago I was saying, I don't remember a game set in World War 1, not one that I've played anyway, and next thing you know, Battlefield 1, World War 1. And it looks epic. I'm not going to lie. The trailer looks epic. We get to ride fucking horses. I don't know if that's in multiplayer, but at least in campaign, we're going to be able to ride fucking horses. And who doesn't like riding horses? I mean, I ride horses in real life, but I still enjoy riding them in video games. Hence why I loved Red Dead Redemption so much. It was an amazing game. Amazing game. But yeah, Infinite Warfare trailer. 1 million dislikes. The most disliked video on YouTube. Apart from Justin Bieber's Baby, of course, but... I don't get why people hated that song. Personally, I thought it was great. Now, the Activision CEO himself actually responded to the 1 million dislikes on the Infinite Warfare trailer with, of course, we know there are people in our community who are nostalgic for the boots on the ground style gameplay. That's why we made Modern Warfare Remastered. But we also have millions of people in our community who want to have new, innovative experiences in the game each year, and Infinite Warfare is going to deliver that. Now, what do I think to that statement? Yeah, there are plenty of people in our community that want boots on the ground gameplay. In fact, there are millions that want it. We want boots on the ground back. That is what we want. So they made an old game remastered for us, one that is well loved but also had its problems, and those problems are still probably going to be in it, like noob tubes and shit. But yes, there are people that want new gameplay. Yeah, they want new styles of gameplay in the Call of Duty franchise. We all wanted that. We all bitched and moaned that that's what we wanted. And that's what they gave us. They gave us jetpacks, exosuit shit, so we can 50 foot up in the air, twirl around like a fairy, 360 no-scope it shit. And our feedback was that we didn't like it. The majority of us didn't like it. Some people do, but the majority of us don't like it. Now, I get that Infinite Warfare is going to be having that game style gameplay because 3 years ago, exosuits kind of movement was introduced. And, you know, and then the feedback was that we didn't really like it that much. But by the time that feedback came back, Infinity Ward had already started their game. They couldn't stop that progression. They'd already decided that they were going to go along with this type of gameplay style as well. They couldn't stop it. So hopefully this will be the last year that we have this kind of gameplay. Because... But Sledgehammer is the next ones to bring out after Infinity Ward, and they have had time to know the feedback, to know that this isn't what people want, that people want boots on the ground. Now, you know, yeah, we asked for something new, we bitched and moaned like the COD community does, and we got it. And we just happened not to like it, and unfortunately, Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare were already in development. They'd already decided to do this gameplay style to give us something new, and so they couldn't really backtrack on that. By then it was too late. But what I don't understand is why we asked for something new, and all three developers, Treyarch, Sledgehammer, and Infinity Ward, all decide that they're going to give us something new, but it's all going to be the same thing. Why did all three developers decide that they were going to give us something new, but they decided that they were going to give us the exact same thing? They all decided they were going to give us this exosuit kind of movement, and that they were all going to go into the future. Why? When we're asking for something new, why did all three of them decide to do the same thing? That's my gripe. I understand that they decided to do this, and by the time the feedback came back, they'd already started it. It was too late to turn back. But why decide, all three of you decide to do the same bloody thing? Why? Why not let Sledgehammer have tested it out and got the feedback and see if it was liked before the other two decided to do it? Why didn't they do something else that was new? I'll tell you why, because they're unimaginative pricks. But what I do not get is that people are starting to call Battlefield the COD killer. Now, Battlefield has been called the COD killer in the past, and it never was the COD killer. And now it's being called the COD killer again simply because they are giving us what we want, which is boots on the ground, which Battlefield has always delivered. And they are going back into the past to World War I, which is something that a lot of people wanted. Okay, yeah, that's great. But how can you call it the COD killer? Because they are two completely different games. How the hell can you compare the two of them? The only thing that will kill COD is COD itself. And let's face it, they're doing a pretty good job of it. So you're telling me that in order to get Modern Warfare Remastered, I have to buy Infinite Warfare? Cheeky bastard. So let's take a second to look at Battlefield. Because everyone's rejoicing and going on about how Battlefield is the shit. And don't get me wrong, I love Battlefield. I love playing Battlefield. Even Battlefield Hardline, which isn't their greatest game. But Battlefield themselves have had their own problems. There were problems in Battlefield 3. I experienced freezing and weird glitches where the enemy team were running along on their stomachs, and so I couldn't shoot them. Because on their screen, they were normal to me, they were on their stomachs, it didn't matter where I shot, I couldn't kill them. That game in the end became a little bit unplayable for me. So I refused to buy Battlefield 4 until I'd seen if it had the same problems. Battlefield 4, when it came out, was inundated with problems. Glitches, freezing, you name it, Battlefield 4 had it. And it took DICE a little while to get off their asses and sort it out. So I refused to buy Battlefield 4 at first. Eventually I got it, but I refused to get it until they got off their asses and had actually fixed the problems that the game came out with. And let me assure you, there were a shit ton of problems that game came out with. So they're not squeaky clean themselves. They're not brilliant at what they do in some senses, because a game that had that many problems should never have been released. And like I said before, comparing Battlefield and Call of Duty is completely fucking ridiculous. They are two completely different games. It is like putting a penguin and a monkey out of the bottom of a tree and telling them whichever one climbs to the top of the tree first gets a tasty fish for dinner. That is what it's like comparing these two games. The only thing they have in common is that they are first-person shooters. Otherwise, everything is completely different. Call of Duty is an arcade shooter. It is about running around like a fucking nutcase, Rambo MLG on speed, fucking trying to get as many kills as possible, get your streaks in. It's apart from those fucking campers that sit in the fucking corners. I wish they'd just fucking die. But it's about running around like a fucking nutcase. That's how I play. That's how a lot of people play. I personally am not very good at it, and my KD is usually pretty shit. I'm usually at the bottom of the scoreboard, but that's okay. I usually have fun running around like a fucking idiot, always running into people. It is fun. That's what I play it for. If I feel like having a more sedate day where I want to sit back, relax a bit, and actually use my noggin and actually come up with a proper strategy for winning the fucking match, then I'll go on to Battlefield, because Battlefield is completely different. For a start, the maps are fucking huge. It is like proper all-out warfare. You've got vehicles like jets, helicopters, tanks. You've got that fucking sniper up on that mountain who's been up there so long he's become one with the rock, and he still hasn't got a fucking kill because he's shit at aiming. You've got the tanks running you over because it's easier to run you over because they're shit at aiming with their fucking cannons. You've got so much stuff. You can make it your mission in there to not fucking worry about your KD, because it doesn't really matter in Battlefield. You can be MVP of that match by taking out those helicopters, by capping those flags, you know, by C4 in those tanks. And that's a lot of fun, sneaking up to a tank, putting some C4 on, running away, blow it up. You've got it. Battlefield is completely different. Destructible environments, proper all-out warfare. So there is no way you can compare these two games. They are completely different. And when it really comes down to it, you hardcore Battlefield players may be rejoicing that Battlefield has got one up on Call of Duty, it seems, at the moment. But if all those Call of Duty fans come over to Battlefield, the Battlefield players are going to be pissed. They don't want the Call of Duty fans over, because the way the Call of Duty players play is completely different and does not work in Battlefield. If you end up on a team with Call of Duty players, you're going to lose in Battlefield, because they don't have a clue what they're doing, and quite frankly, they don't care. And one of the main things that is needed for Battlefield is teamwork. And I'm sorry, Call of Duty players, but you guys are fucking shit at teamwork, because you don't care. You're too busy trying to get the best KD. You're too busy trying to get your streaks in, which, by the way, Battlefield doesn't have streaks. Just letting you know, all you Call of Duty players that are going, Battlefield's going to be so great, but you've never actually played it. And I'm sorry, but you're just shit at teamwork. The amount of domination games I have been in, and nobody, not one of you single fuckers, has helped me cap those flags because you're too busy trying to get your streaks in rather than winning the actual game. What is the point of going 100-3 if you lost the game? Come on, guys. So really, the hardcore Battlefield players, they don't want the Call of Duty players over on Battlefield because it's going to ruin the game for them. That's why Battlefield 3 ended up having stuff like close quarters combat section for the Call of Duty players because they just didn't work in proper games of conquest. But anyway, guys, that has been my rant on it. It is definitely turning into a rant. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Whatever. If you want to give me hate, fucking do it. I don't care. Anyway, guys, just to let you know, for the past week, I have been streaming every day over on twitch.tv/Shadowfax_TK. I've been streaming zombies mainly over there, Black Ops 3 zombies and custom zombies with Damon MBK, Flathead Gaming, and this little raccoon guy. But anyway, guys, if you want to come over and have a chat, check me out on the Twitch. It's gravy, baby. I'm really enjoying streaming over there, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I fucking love you. Let me know what you think in the comment section below.